okay.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. We are here at the She Shed.
It is Wednesday. It is
Wednesday.
and here we are. And we are. I'm Julie Haswitz with Remax Suburban.
And we are Insights at the She Shed. And I am
Insights.
Jeannie Gorey, Neighborhood Loans, Money in the Middle.
Jamie Safranti, Realtor, Remax Suburban.
And today we have a couple special guests on our show.
Oh.
Guess who?
Who can
These guys.
We're going to talk about real estate.
Yeah.
Yes.
For
And-
once.
talk about it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And we've had a few people phone in and ask some questions about whether they should buy or they should own.
Rent.
So we
Yeah.
thought I'm sorry, buy
Buy
or
or rent.
rent. Not buy or
Buy or
own.
rent.
Yes,
Yeah.
buy or rent. And so we thought
Buy
we'd
and own.
find out some pros and cons from
Yeah.
these lovely,
Yeah.
wonderful people.
Well, I think the first thing that I kind of wanted to touch on is, a lot of people think that there's this barrier to buying. Oh, my credit's not great, things like that. I don't
We've
have a lot
talked
of
about
money
that
to
a
buy.
little
We have, and landlords nowadays, they require 600, maybe even a 650 credit score. And guess what? You can get a loan.
yes, for
you
under
can
that
get
or
a
Or
less.
buy a home.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can buy a home for that, or they're going to ask for a couple months rent. Guess what? You can
Now
get
you can buy
down
a home
payment.
with that.
Yes.
And it all depends on your price range.
Exactly.
It depends on what you want. But the other thing, when you rent, renting is fine. But a lot of times now they also want to do background check and credit scores for
Right.
everybody 18 and over. That includes your college kids.
Yeah.
That includes, your sister or brother
Anybody that's
who's
gonna live
in.
there.
Anybody who's living in there. And I've run into that a few times this year because I've been working with a few renters this year.
So now I've had
So if
someone.
you buy,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
No, please.
Oh, I was going to say.
After you, Jeannie.
I was going to say, so someone had also asked, if they're comparing rent to a mortgage payment, and what would be maybe the difference there? Would it be more advantageous to get a mortgage?
I
versus
think often the rent you can get the same house, you're going to pay less in mortgage and taxes and insurance, because not only are you also going to be paying, rent, which is usually more money, because one of the benefits when you're renting is if something breaks,
You don't have to fix it.
When
Right.
you're
Yeah.
the homeowner, you're on the
You're
hook
not
for that.
buying a new furnace
Right.
or whatever.
However, a landlord worth his salt is
Yes.
going to actually be saving. He's going to wrap that cost up into that
the
rent.
rent.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
yes.
I think that's part of it. And we all know if you need a new furnace, guess what? You can pay on a new furnace for 6
Yes,
months
yes.
or longer sometimes.
Right, right, and on,
You
a,
know.
on a mortgage, when you're owning, the principal and interest stays the same for the whole amount of term that you
Your
have,
rent
unless
won't
you're
go
doing an
up.
adjustable
And I do
rate.
know in California they finally, I believe, recently have done the cap
Yeah, they
because
did.
it was so out of control.
They did.
In Illinois, still in discussion,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
So we don't know. So the one thing with having a mortgage is if you get the right mortgage that you can afford, and we could advise you on that,
Yeah.
or Jeannie obviously
Yeah.
could. We could help you with that. That mortgage is not going to go up. Yes, your taxes might go up. Hello, people. We are in Illinois.
Yeah.
But just like everywhere else,
Yeah.
just like everywhere else, as
Everywhere.
everyone's moving to all these other states, which
Yeah.
we all love, they also incur different taxes
Yeah.
on schools and
Well,
whatnot.
Okay, so
But anyway,
is there an advantage then if I'm owning a home? Again, another question. That was a good one, by the way. This was a good one.
always got the good ones.
See, it is. They called in. What can I say?
Yeah.
It's a good one. Is there some advantage on income tax if I own a home? Can I write
Yes.
off some stuff? What
Yeah.
what kind of things?
well, you
are,
can write
are
off
there?
on your taxes, obviously,
And your mortgage interest.
your mortgage interest and on your taxes. So you do get that write off on your whole
Yes.
tax bill.
Yeah. It's something
So
I
it brings your whole tax bill down
Yeah,
a bit.
and I want to go back. We mentioned insurance.
And there is
Most
equity.
landlords are also going to require you to have renter's insurance. You're still going to have to pay
Right.
insurance. So
Oh,
really,
yeah, you're not going to lose
Right.
that.
yes, yeah.
Right.
I don't think it's quite as expensive, but you still have to pay it.
And when you own a home, you are building equity, as someone
Yes.
just said.
Yeah.
You
Because
are.
you're paying down. It's a forced savings almost
Yeah.
for you, and you can
Yes.
take advantage of it down the road if you need a little bit of equity out of your
Yeah.
home. You can do that as
But
well. It's a
if
forced
you're
equity.
if you're somebody who maybe buying a new furnace, or holy cow, now I need a new roof or something like that, and you're not going to be able to afford that, then maybe it is
A good
you're
idea to
better
rent.
off to rent for a while and save some money.
Yes.
But if you think that you have some extra, you'll have some extra money and you're going to be able to, incur those costs if they come up. Although if you're buying a home, hopefully an inspector would have caught things like that.
Oh, they'll catch things for you. But
Yeah.
one thing to consider if you are going to move to a new state is to maybe rent for 6 months. Get to know
Exactly.
the areas. Figure out where you want to live, because we can help you with what we know, but we're going to send you driving around to figure out what areas work for
Exactly.
you.
I do also have to say here, when you are doing this, you should, if you're not sure if you want to rent or you want to own and you decided what area you want to be in, it's a great idea to contact professionals because,
That's
you know,
us.
and,
That's
and,
our-
and myself, and we can kind of guide you. If for some reason renting is the only way you want to go or the only thing possible right now,
We can help
we
you.
can put you on the road then to home ownership so you know what you need
Exactly.
to do. Get into a home
Yeah.
in 6 months to a year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that way you're not guessing there at the final
Yeah.
final entity when your lease is coming up.
Exactly.
You kind of know where you're
Yeah.
at and what you got to do.
Well,